Hey, you, and welcome to the podcast. So, this is very likely just going to be a short podcast because something just landed on my heart that I need to share with you. If you are in the Seeker's Method, this will align with the most recent Seeker Sesh, which was a full-out masterclass on how to change your thoughts. It was a really powerful Seeker Sesh because I gave all of you who are in the Seeker's Method an actual way to reframe what you're thinking, how to stop looking at things through the lens of the world and of your old, unrenewed mind, and how to see things instead through the lens of the cross. So this particular message will hopefully piggyback on that. But if you're not in the Seeker's Method, first of all, why? You have an opportunity. You can join me in the personal journey. You can join me probably very soon at the time that you're hearing this. Enroll in the program. Get in the thinner circle. This is like my inner circle of women who I pour into daily. We have a private chat. There's so much about it. Anyhow, I digress. I just want to dive in and talk to you about a filter that you're probably not even realizing that you're using, and it's impacting you on your weight loss journey. I'm calling this your soul filter of weight loss, right? This is a soul filter. That's kind of an unusual term, but I feel like I can see it as this. There's a soul filter that we all leverage on our weight loss journey. And this is how we lie to ourselves willingly. And we don't even spot the lies that we've just simply come, to entertain all the time on your weight loss journey, right? These are the things that come to your mind. And they're ways that you justify and reason doing what you know you shouldn't do. Right? It's Friday night and you just started a new meal plan. Maybe you're in the Seeker's Method and you just heard the most amazing Sunday Seeker Sesh. And you're like, you know what? I want to join with Sherry and all of the women in the thinner circle and do this next round of praying and fasting. And I really need to do the conditioning of my body like Sherry taught me to do. And so you set out to do it because you know we start next Monday. And then by the time Friday night rolls around, you are just full out in your flesh, and you allow all of these tainted thoughts to come into your mind, and they darken your will, and you start to lean into the will of your flesh, and you give in to your emotions that lead you off the course, right? Like you want to lose weight, you want to be a part of the fast, you want to do all the things. You're investing in the Seeker's Method because you want to know how to renew your mind, stop conforming to your old patterns, all of those things. But instead, you run the temptation through the filter of your soul that says, you know what, it's Friday night, you worked really hard. This was a really crappy week. Your boss said some things to you. Your husband, said something. Nobody's even noticed that you've lost 7 pounds. Nobody said anything. You might as well just eat, blah, blah, blah. Like you entertain these things and you filter these tempting thoughts through the filter of your soul. And you don't even see that you are, perceiving things in your mind and you're feeling things in your body. And you're reasoning and justifying these things, right? You don't even see that you're doing it. And so I want to bring this to your attention, that you filter things, truths and lies, through the filter of your soul, where you'll either allow yourself to take the bait and to step into temptation, or you will switch and be led by the Spirit, where you filter things through the Spirit. And some people are naturally bent this way. Like there's a lot of women who come to work with me in the Seeker's Method, and they are just people who, just naturally all around them, they see good all around them. While others see nothing but wrong, but bad things, but evil things. And so what's the difference? Our souls become the filters, like the filters through which we perceive goodness or evil, right? Through the filters through which we perceive goodness or evil. And you might be thinking, Sherry, like, are you accusing me of something here? No, what you have to see is that we live We have this fallen sin nature that is corrupted. And you have to see that your body is naturally, your soul is naturally bent toward perceiving, believing, and allowing what is corrupt and what is evil. So what is even corrupt? When you will allow a thought that will corrupt you, that corrupt thought, you won't even catch it. Your soul filter will see it as, it's okay for me. I can cheat on this, and I can cheat and eat these things. I deserve it. You'll reason and justify these things. When you're corrupt, you have a willingness to act dishonestly. You'll act dishonestly with yourself because you doing that gives you what you want. You don't even see how there are evil things lurking all around you so subtly, even in the ways that they tempted Eve and Jesus in the Bible, right? And when something is evil, you don't even notice because your soul will filter it in a way that you can't see that something evil becomes an act of your will. And this invites evil Sam into your decisions, into your choices. Evil Sam is what I teach all of my clients in the Seeker's Method about. It is any choice that you don't recognize as evil, but you can spot it because it will bring you sorrow. It will bring you anxiety. It will bring you future misfortune. It's not going to do it right now. A lot of women will believe I can keep cheating on my diet because guess what? The scale's not moving. Guess what? It's not going to move in the right direction pretty soon. It's going to catch up with you. Evil Sam, S-A-M, anything that brings you sorrow, anxiety, or misfortune. So you have to know that your soul will filter things, and it's bent toward filtering it according to what is easy, what you like, what doesn't seem wrong right now. You've got to elevate. You've got to start seeing things differently. You've got to start focusing on what is pure and serving you in the long run instead of serving your flesh right now. You've got to stop allowing yourself to entertain things that are going to corrupt you or going to keep you believing that you can't lose weight, even through Christ. You've got to start paying attention to what you are allowing, what you're choosing to fill your mind with. That's ultimately going to affect the way that you think and act. You've got to start turning your thoughts to God and His Word, right? And when you do this, you're going to discover that, oh my goodness, I have been filtering things through my soul and not my spirit. Because your soul filter is completely central, right? It's completely focused on your senses, on all of your wants and desires. Stop. Filter only through your spirit, right? Like when you come to something tempting, Friday night or Sunday after church maybe, you're tempted to eat the thing because we only come here with my family once a month, well, whatever it is. Ask yourself, does this choice right now, does it give me what I want or what I need? That's you focusing, that's you filtering through your spirit. Right? So if you notice that you've entertained something and you caught it in your spirit, but you almost gave into it because your soul didn't catch it, right? Your soul filter is like, pass. You can have the curly fries. You can have the mashed potatoes and gravy. Pass. Notice that if it's something that you want and not what you need, that is your prompt to pray for what you really need in that moment through the Spirit so that you can respond accordingly. And if it's a genuine need, like if you're genuinely hungry, right? If you're a seeker, you know this. If you have done the apple test and you're like, I have got to eat now, then I want you to catch it in your spirit filter again. Make sure that you make the choice that you should make, that you know you need to make, instead of the choice that'll pass right through your soul filter and say, but you can have this food. You really are hungry. You need to eat. This restaurant doesn't have anything compliant. I'm here to say very likely you won't die if you could make no choice. But you probably could make a choice. You just like to coddle yourself. You like to just do what you like to do. And so if you need to eat, pay attention. What choices here are going to bring me future sorrow, anxiety, or misfortune? You know in your spirit what to eat. If you feel weak in your flesh, pray with specificity for what it is that you need in that moment, and then eat that. You don't have to like it, right? It's okay if you're the only one at the thing eating the grilled chicken and the salad with a squeeze of lemon and some salt. That's okay. You're making sacrifices today for the outcome that you want tomorrow. If you know what is right that you need to eat, pray for the strength to eat that. Start filtering things through the spirit, not through your soul. One of them is going to give you what you want. One of them is going to give you what you need. So if you're interested in learning more, of having greater proximity, of working with me, being surrounded by all of the ways that I teach you how to appropriate your faith so that you can be transformed, a sound Christian biblical teacher who shows you how to walk out who you are in faith, who you are as a believer, so that you can start becoming a believer, so that you can start experiencing supernatural strength here and now, then I encourage you. There's going to be a link in the show notes. Get in the Seeker's Method and start filtering all of those thoughts. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean you need to think it. Filter it through the spirit. Stop filtering it through your soul, even in weight loss.